Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and as I'm sure a bunch of you already know, I recently went out to Seattle for Pax Prime 2015. I already did like a tour video, an experience video, whatever you want to call it, on that whole thing, which I highly recommend you check out because I had some VIP access, so I got to do some certain things most people didn't get to do, including walking around the convention center and getting footage of the place when no one was in there, so I highly recommend checking that out. But with like any game convention like that, you inevitably walk away with, swag, which is all, of course, basically promotional material that a lot of these companies will use to advertise the game. Which some of it's, can be ranging and from, good to great to horrible, so I thought I would go ahead and show you guys some of the stuff I got, or at least, well, really all the stuff I got as far as swag goes. Also want to thank you if you're watching this, because I know from experience that these promotional tour videos, the promotional item videos, are never popular. Like, most people do not want to watch these. I still do it anyway for the small amount of you that actually want to see this, so thank you for that. So moving past that, now let's start with the first couple of things, which is ironically not stuff I got from the convention itself, but I got some food items. Now this actually came from a guy named Sean Henry. He was a big-time, he is a big-time super fan of another show I work on called Beer and Board Games, which is actually this show right here that you guys always see this poster for. The basic premise is it's 4 guys who drink a lot and play a board game, beer and board games, which we film in Madison, Wisconsin. Sean is from Canada, specifically, I believe he said Victoria Island, which is like right off of Seattle, right over the border. And he knew we were coming, so he said, I'd love to come down and meet you guys. And we're like, all right. So he came down and he had like gifts for all of us. He gave them all, the other people in my group who are part of the show, he gave them all beer. Because beer and board games. However, ironically, despite working on that show, being a character on that show, I don't actually drink. And so he knew that, and he accommodated accordingly. Which he did not have to do, but he did it anyway. He brought down Canadian-only food items, some of which I've mentioned before, so that's probably how he knew. In particular, he brought a couple of candy bars. He brought a bag of Coffee Crisp. There's like 4 bars in there. Yeah, 4 bars. It's like a coffee-flavored chocolate bar. It's quite good. I quite like it. It's, as far as I know, it's made by Nestle, and it's only sold in Canada, at least, widely. I know you can get this here at like, World Market and, those type of import shops, but, something you just go to any store and find, this is not going to be the case in the States. I don't know about other countries. I've never seen it in other countries, but there you go. The other one I have seen in other countries, but not in the U.S., which is Wunderbar, which is by Cadbury. Again, sold in Canada. I've seen it for sale in Germany widely, but not in other places. It might very well exist, probably in the UK, although I never saw it there. But there you go. We don't have these in the States, again, at least not widely. It's also a pretty good bar. It's kind of like Butterfinger, but much better. So there you go. He also brought, I don't even know how he knew I would want this. Alright, so if you guys are familiar with Lay's potato chips, I know in the States they do this. Obviously they do this in Canada, which I didn't know, but I don't know about the rest of the world. But in the States anyway, what they'll do is they'll have their basic flavors, the regular one, the barbecue one, whatever. And they'll now open up a forum for people to come and submit new flavor ideas. And people will do that, and then they will produce some of their favorite ones, and then they'll like have a vote to figure out which one should be like introduced as a new flavor they sell all the time. So right now they have 4 new ones in the States, and the only one I've liked, the irony of all of this is the only one I've ever liked enough to eat a second time would be the Southern Biscuits and Gravy one, which is one that they have right now, at least at the time I make this video. However, Canada has all different flavors, stuff that we don't have here. So I don't know how he knew I would want this, because I have never expressed it in any video, in any form, in any way. Maybe he just thought, oh, that looks interesting, and he did it, and it's just coincidence. I don't know. But here are the different ones. I also like these Canadian bags better because they tell you on the top of it what part of Canada they're from. So I'll start with this one. Like, this is from Western Canada, so like Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia, etc. This is barbecue-style cowboy beans. At least that's the flavor type. So basically they had regional finalists, and then so they have all 4 of them, I guess, nationally. In the U.S., I'm not entirely sure how we're doing that, but who really cares? But anyway, so that's barbecue cowboy beans flavored. Then there's from Quebec, there's Montreal smoked meat flavor. There's also from the Atlantic. It says Atlantic Canada finalists, which would include like Newfoundland and so on. You have PEI scalloped potatoes. That one's probably pretty good. And then this one is the one I'm most excited about, thanks to Ben Shen Muso, who got me addicted to Indian food. This is the Ontario finalist, butter chicken. Butter chicken is awesome. I just hope the potato chip itself is good. So I don't know. I didn't try any of these yet, but I wanted to show you guys first. So now enough of the food, Adam. Come on. I thought this was about game stuff. Yes, it is. Let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my badge and the lanyard. I had an exhibitor badge. I got this because of Machinima. As I mentioned in that video about the event, Machinima sent me there along with the rest of my channel, so they got our badges, etc. And for some reason they got us exhibitor badges. Now exhibitor badges are the best ones you can get because you can get in early, you can leave late, and you get access to like everything. It's essentially like the same thing all the official crew people would be using. I don't know why they got them for us because they didn't even have a booth, but they did it anyway, which was really awesome of them. I know Machinima gets a bad rap, and the thing is they don't deserve it. Like, I actually know the people who work there. They're not assholes. Their policies used to suck because there used to be totally different employees there. All the guys who made all the shitty things that people hate them for or associate them with aren't even there, dude. Like, but, you know, I'm telling you that from an insider's perspective. The people who work at Machinima now, the people who run that place now are fucking awesome. But there you go. So I also got some comic books. These are not for me. These are for my girlfriend, but I thought I'd show them to you anyway. This was a free one they were giving out over at Dark Horse Comics. Had a little booth area. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for some reason has a comic book. I don't know, but it was free. And then this one was not free. I bought it for the girlfriend because it was a PAX exclusive. This is a Mirror's Edge Exordium comic book, issue number 1 of 6. So I don't know how that's going to work because they said this was exclusive to PAX. It says it right on there. But like, where are the other issues? Are they exclusive to other conventions? I don't know enough about comics to know. I just know that that's an exclusive to PAX, and there you go. So then we got just a bunch of random items here. First up is some pins by Bethesda. I only recognize Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout. The funny thing is, Bethesda had a giant booth but no official presence. No one who actually worked at Bethesda was at PAX Prime this year, or so I was told, because I talked to the people there, and essentially everybody who was working at the Bethesda booth pretending to be part of Bethesda was actually just local people from Seattle who were just hired to work there that weekend to essentially sell merchandise. Bethesda didn't have anything playable. They really just had a store. They wanted a presence there without actually having a presence there. So that's it. I got some free pins. This is an Alienware bag, as you can see right there. Alienware, much like a lot of these companies, what they'll do is they want you to like sign up for something or play their game or wait in line and watch a demo, etc. And then they'll give you a piece of merch for doing so. However, on the last day of the convention, really towards the end, if they have extra stuff, they just want to get rid of it because it's not worth shipping it back. So a lot of stuff like that, I stood around and then they just handed it to me, you know, because they didn't really care. The same kind of thing happened with this bag. I'm not actually entirely certain what the origin of this bag is because it was just a guy walking around the convention center handing these to people. But it says Sword Coast Legends, Bag of Holdings, Dungeons and Dragons. It says it on both bags. It's just both sides. It's basically just a tote bag. But there you go. Like I said, when they were closing up shop, a lot of places were just getting rid of things. And one of the places was Rock Band's area. I'll show you as we go through, but one of the things they were giving away like at the end, and I mean like really giving away, like a guy on the loudspeakers being like, "We got free stuff! Everybody come over, take all the free stuff you want!" But one of the things they were giving away was pins, so it's a little Rock Band 4 pin. I don't even remember where I got this one, just a pin of someone's, it says Dunk and it has this little dog with a beard or something. That might have been from the indie booth. Then I got one for Dark Horse Comics as well. Got one from Intel. Got one from Mad Max. Also got a couple from Daybreak. It's Planetside 2 and one of Daybreak. Now, I'm going to side story here for a second. Daybreak, used to be Sony Online Entertainment, but then Sony, I believe, either sold them or liquidated them, etc., and got rid of them, essentially. And they decided, all right, if we're no longer associated with Sony, let's change our name. And they changed it to Daybreak. And they just, for some reason, they were in contact with my other channel, Game Society Pimps. They wanted us to play H1Z1. And so through that, we had built a little bit of a relationship. And when they changed their name to Daybreak, they sent us like a bunch of Daybreak promotional material, like a water bottle, a t-shirt, and a book. I actually did a video on it a while back. If you're curious, you can check that out. And the reason they liked us is when they had us check out H1Z1, they also had an awards show called the Hizzies. And we actually won an award for crafting the most bandages out of anyone, which they said was funny because like everyone else who played the game, you know, was, in short, was good at it. And our guy Aaron, who was playing it, was really good at crafting bandages because he wasn't very good at the game, so he just focused on crafting bandages. So they said the number impressed them. But anyway, so when we went to their booth, I brought that up to the guy who was running it, and he didn't really know what I was talking about. He remembered the Hizzies, but he didn't know any of the details. So he grabbed like his buddy, and he's like, hey, these guys said they want a Hizzy or something. And then the guy's like, oh, I was in charge of that. You know, who are you? And we talked for a second. He's like, oh, Game Society Pimps. Yes, I know you guys. I remember. You guys crafted the most bandages. It was ridiculous. Because most people would craft like 2 or 3. Aaron crafted like hundreds of them. It was just ridiculous. So they were like, do you want to check out H1Z1? And we looked over at the line, we're like, yeah, but you know, we got a meeting in a bit, and so we really don't have time. And he's like, cut the line, it's fine. So it's good to have friends in the gaming industry if you like gaming, because you get to cut lines and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. But anyway, so we also, like I said, we ended up getting some pins out of that. Also got this weird mask for H1Z1. There you go. So as you guys might recall from, again, that video that I already talked about, the Pax Prime video, I met up with Chris Charla. He is the head of the independent division of Xbox. And when I talked to him, the first thing that happened once we were like in a well-lit area is he just handed me a sticker. He's like, would you like this? And I was like, okay. He said it was for some game, and unfortunately I don't even remember what it was. Maybe one of you guys recognizes it, but I don't. So this sticker comes from the head of the independent division of Xbox, Chris Charla. Thank you. Also got another sticker here. This is for YouTube Gaming. I mentioned this again in that video. I went to a party on the first night of PAX, which was hosted by YouTube Gaming. And it was like a VIP list, like you had to be you had to be pre-invited, which my other channel was. This channel was not, but because I was on that channel, I was able to go in. It had a lot of people you guys would probably recognize, a lot of popular gaming YouTubers. Like I was really outclassed there, you know, as far as, at least for this channel. My Game Society Pimps would be competitive, not this channel though. PewDiePie was there, alright? You know, I didn't see him, but I know he was there. People from College Humor were there. There were some people who recognized me that were there. I actually talked to some people. I built some relationships out of that. So, you know, I might be doing more crossovers with other people. We'll see. But regardless, when we first got there, they gave us stickers of YouTube Gaming. So, there you go. As I said before, Rock Band was closing out merch, and one thing they gave away was drink cozies. So, you know, you just put drink in there, cup, can of soda, whatever, in there. So, whatever. Also got a couple pairs of sunglasses. These came from 2K, specifically for Battleborn. They say badass on them. They have this like gridded texture to them. Kind of cool. I have not looked at these, but this is another pair of sunglasses. They come from Supernova. So let's go ahead and open them up and see what they look like here, shall we? Because I haven't actually seen it. Inside it includes, oh, it's got a lens cleaning a little lens cleaning towel, and the sunglasses themselves, which are blue. And yeah, it's that same kind of generic sunglass mold that they seem to be using for everything. They just changed the color of the plastic on the back and changed the logo. But regardless, free sunglasses. Now, as I was leaving, I think this is the last thing I actually picked up. When a lot of these places are clearing out their merch, some of them get so desperate that they will go to like the entrance and put all of it there and put like a giant sign up that says free, and then people of course rate it. So by the time I got there was only like one box that hadn't been rated yet, and it was a box full of keychains. So I just grabbed one. It just says, be a hero, stand with us against bullying. I don't know, it was a free keychain. Oh, I also got this. I got a bandana from Rock Band. Rock Band for bandana. Now, one of the days I was there, I went in early because I wanted to make sure I got in line for something I would, that I would actually not be able to get VIP access to, specifically Microsoft's Fallout 4 presentation. Like I said, Bethesda didn't have like a real presence there, but Microsoft, kind of on their behalf, represented Fallout 4. So they had this big thing with the Fallout 4 like mascot, and you could take a photo with it. And when you did, they would actually give you a physical Kodak-like photo of you with it. They also give you a digital one if you wanted it. As well as you had the chance to win some items. So like after you took your photo, you'd push this button, and then the screen would do whatever. It would say, please stand by, which is the big Fallout thing. And then it would let you know if you won something. In my case, I won, and then it would tell you like what your prize was. I got 2 things. I got a set of Fallout bottle caps, which I'm going to talk more about in a moment. And I also got this big foam hand, which you can stick your hand in, just like that. Pretty cool. And it's got a controller, obviously, on the back. It says Xbox One, so that was cool. And it doesn't smell like dog food, unlike those Banjo-Kazooie ones I brought back from Gamescom, and the Battletoads one. But yeah, the bottle caps are neat, because they say Xbox One on it, and they say Fallout 4 on it. And on the back, it advertises something that I think is going to be very significant going forward in this generation. With Fallout 4, I'm sure a lot of you already know this, but with Fallout 4, if you buy it for the Xbox One, you get a digital copy of Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360, because the game will be backwards compatible with the Xbox One. Now, the PlayStation 4 version will not have that opportunity, because PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility is not coming to the PlayStation 4, at least not yet. And I think, like, while that matters not at all to me, because I do not support digital content. I already have a physical copy of Fallout 3, so, I could pop it in there when it eventually works, whatever. That doesn't make a difference to me. That is smart marketing, man, too. Just every time they have a multiplat, if it has a previous one in the series, if they can make the 360 version work on the Xbox One and give you a free digital copy, that is brilliant. That will help a lot, I think, with sales. That is really smart. It basically just advertises that on the back. So, good job, Microsoft. That was a smart move. Also got some Assassin's Creed stuff here. A couple of temporary tattoos. One of the logo for Syndicate. The other one, I believe it says, or would say Rooks once it's done, finally done, or put on. And they gave these like foam brass knuckles as well. It's whatever. And got a couple of cards here, nothing special. But one was for a free Steam key courtesy of Alienware for a game called Fat Shark. I already gave it to my girlfriend because I don't really game on PC. So yeah, but nevertheless, that was that. Also got this, WB Games was also giving away these $10 off coupon codes for Mad Max for PS4, Xbox One, or PC if you pre-ordered it, or at the time it would have been pre-ordered it on Amazon. They gave me the card even though I didn't really plan on pre-ordering it. So what I did was I posted this code on my Instagram. Every once in a while I will do that. I'll put a link to my Instagram in the description if you want to check me out. It's up to you. It's whatever. But I'll post, like if I find a deal or something, like a good deal, I'll post it on my Instagram. So in this case, I just posted the code. I said, whoever gets it first, go for it. So somebody got 10 bucks off, but I don't know who it was. So now we're on to my favorite thing, which is t-shirts. I love t-shirts. Every time I do one of these, I'm always like, oh, the t-shirts, because that personally is my favorite item. Now, not all of these were free, but most of them were. Some were not. This first one was not. I bought this just because I liked it. Yeah, you noob, go frag yourself. I liked this shirt. Not so much because of the obvious, like, oh, you're a noob, Call of Duty, whatever type of reference that they were going for there. I actually liked it just because it had a YouTube type of reference. And since I do a lot of YouTube work, it's kind of nice to actually have a shirt that represents that, sort of. But either way, I don't know. It's something about it, it just worked for me, and I wanted it. Then I got, this one was free. This was a Mad Max shirt. It's probably not going to show up too well here. I don't think it was the best design, honestly, because it's black on dark gray. So, yeah, it's whatever. But it was a free shirt. This one was not free. I bought this for the girlfriend. This was an Assassin's Creed Syndicate shirt they were selling, so I picked that up. This one was free. This was compliments of, I believe it was Ubisoft for The Division. Tom Clancy's The Division. This is probably the best free shirt. And this is the last one. I got this from Deep Silver. This was not supposed to be free, but the guy I knew who let me into Deep Silver's booth, who gave me kind of VIP access, he's like, I'll just get you a shirt, don't worry about it. So this is for Homefront: The Revolution, It's got the logo there on the front, and on the back it says Homefront Revolution. So there you go. Free shirt. That's it for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you will stay tuned because there was stuff I did on my last day at PAX. Was primarily game hunting. I'm going to have a bunch of videos on that because Seattle has the best retro gaming scene I have ever seen anywhere in the world. At least the places I've been, of course. So I got to go to a lot of good game stores, but I'll talk about that in those videos. But regardless, I hope you stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later.